Right, now we have Team StatGeeks, and this team is from FSU.
Hi everyone, my name is Ria.
Hi, I'm Manya.
I'm Serina. And our project is about turning analytics into action, strategic recommendations for affordable housing investment. So we did choose problem state 3. We realized that Jacksonville is growing pretty quickly with housing rent going up, and this is pushing residents into more cost burden situations. And once affordability is lost, people will tend to move away. And we do realize that city leaders are trying to prevent displacement. So resources are limited, and we realize that the investments need to be targeted properly in order to decrease displacement. And that means rising rents leads to displacement risk, and those are the areas that we were able to focus on. So to understand the affordability risk, we were able to merge all the housing and socioeconomic indicators from the data sets provided to us at the census tract level. We were provided all the geo-IDs, and so we used that as a universal key, since all the other variables and all the other data sets were unique to those data sets. So we worked with all 123 variables provided for Jacksonville, and then we chose 5 peer cities as well: Miami, Denver, San Antonio, Orlando, and Memphis. And so these data sets were able to give us a complete picture of the income, subsidies, housing costs, and household need, which were all able to help us answer our question.
Thank you, Ria. Okay, so since we have kind of a familiar idea about what we're going to do, so as a first step, what we did was preparing the data set. So for that, we merged all the data set that we needed for our problem number 3, and then we cleaned the data. What we did was that we prepared the data set, and then after that, we have done some kind of like a PLCT analysis, because rather than jump into the Jacksonville, we just need to get some idea about what kind of things going around about the other cities. So for that, we need to find some kind of like PLCT analysis. We have done some kind of PLCT analysis using principal component analysis. By using that algorithm, we found top 10 cities. Out of these top 10 cities, we selected 5 peer cities. So then what we do, we only focus on those 5 cities. So then we applied random forest algorithm for these 5 cities, and we have done some feature selection using this random forest algorithm. And then after listening down what are the important features per cities, we found out these 4 variables are mostly common for 5 cities. And then what we did was, we developed some logistic regression model by using these features. So our event would be the probability of unaffordable housing per tract. So then what we did was, we calculated the probabilities using these 4 variables, and then we named these probabilities as investment index. So then we rank, we rank these investment index from highest risk to lowest risk. So this is how we done our analysis part. So rather than after following these 5 steps, we have done some kind of like a further analysis. Like as I mentioned earlier, we only consider about 5 cities. So under the further analysis, we considered top 10 cities. So that would be goes under our further analysis part. So then, so these are sorry about the earlier thing. So these are our performance results. So as I mentioned earlier, we use logistic regression model by using these 4 variables, And what we did was, by using this investment index, we ranked because we need to know which area need to be considered for the investment in Jacksonville. So this is the final results that we got from our logistic regression model. As you can see, the lowest probability will get the highest rank. So then that means the government, the people who are doing this modeling thing, they don't need much care about this high rank. They only, if they are going to invest if they want to develop some kind of things to get more investment, they only need care about the where are the places that has high risk. So this is how we have done our project. So then let's move on to the conclusion slide. So that will be done by Serina.
So one of the first approach that we did is we considered the top 5 cities and then compared with the Jacksonville data city as well, like the patterns and what are the areas that we need. We focused on we zoomed and deep dived into each of the cities, like the 5 cities that we consider are Miami, Orlando, Memphis and all, and then we deep dived and looked into what are the actual variables that are actually affecting the affording houses in those areas that are making them, like, that are helping them to expand more, and what are the similar results, similar variables that are affecting Jacksonville as well. So we wanted to expand and broaden our ideology, and we wanted to increase from 5 cities to top 10 cities. And then later on, when we moved and started analyzing the data and the patterns of the variables and then compared with the Jacksonville, the results turned out to be surprising, and that's when so one of the results that we found is the variable of the lead risk of the lead risk place is ranked first, or the priority. And then followed by the snap share and render successive cost rate. So these are all the ranking of the variables that affect that we assume is affecting Jacksonville's current affordable sustainability of housing. And we believe, like, if Jacksonville would improve to expand the, let's say, rehab grants or enforce inspection in the aging of multi-unit rental buildings, and improve the strategies in the increase in the local workforce housing incentives, I think Jacksonville, there is enough scope for Jacksonville to have more expandable affordable housing. Thank you.
You used logistic regression, right? Did you check your multicollinearity effect? Because the variables you have shown, it looks there will be strong correlation between those features. So have you done any analysis on that front?
Actually, since we have by using Rutherford's model, we choose those 4 variables. So then, since we have only 4 variables, I mean, we didn't do multicollinear thing. So, I mean, we just want to check whether this logistic regression model will be fit on that one. So, since thank you so much for coming, pointing out that thing. So,
we will also consider the collinearity and variances across the variables when we considered the other approach, when we took 10 cities into considerations.
And I saw that peer cities you said, right?
Yes.
So how did you actually come up with, is it data driven, or what data actually told you that, I mean, Miami and the Jacksonville will be peers? In what was the input?
Yes. So when we started working, when we merged the entire datasets, we got across 4,000 observations and 124 different variables.
So, based on the problem questions, we wanted to have a target variable, and then we decided to we created a target variable called composite index, and which considers the factors. It's themed into it's categorized into 3 different themes. So, in our data set, there are numerical variables, and then we categorized into different themes, saying like the first theme focuses on the housing subsidies, the second is the marketing, and the other is the overall housing renters and stuff, and then we paired them and took the average, which made the target variable. Based on the target variable, we focused the remaining 124 variables as our equation, and then we modeled this thing. So based on that, we found the ranking. So based on the ranking, there are 10 cities that are listed across, and Miami turned out to be the first ranked among the top 5.
Thank you.